my name is Anna Clarkson. I'm here with Parenting Behind the Behavior from University of Wisconsin-Madison Extension. Today I want to talk about giving children ways to contribute. And when I talk about that, I mean giving children meaningful ways to help around the house, help your family, do chores. Sometimes that is like a terrible phrase for parents to hear because you know that chores in your house just lead to nagging or fights. But today I want to give you some tips for how you can start to build meaningful contribution in your family for your children, and how you can do this at a young age all the way up through older ages. So the first thing that you as a parent need to do before you're ready to support your child in contributing to your house is be convinced that your child can actually do things in your household that will improve daily life for your whole family. Kids want to do meaningful things. So when we help others and when we choose to help others, it lights up regions in our brain that release kind of feel-good chemicals. And so, for instance, when a toddler chooses to pick up their clothes instead of being nagged to pick up their clothes, they feel good about it and they want to do it again because they like to help their mom or their dad. One way you can build this kind of helpful, positive attitude around chores is to model it yourself. So you can show that you appreciate helping other people too. You can say, hey, it looks like this is a big job to clean up the living room. You want a hand? And they see that you enjoy, or at least you show that you enjoy, jumping in to give them a hand on some of their tasks. So that's modeling a way of stepping in to support a family member. Another thing you can do is to set your child up to make the choice to help. So you can identify, especially if it's a young child, you can identify maybe 4 or 5 ways that they can be helpful, and you can put those helpful ideas on a chart so you can draw them out or take pictures. And this might be typical chores like put your laundry down the chute or in a laundry basket, but it might also be things like today you'll choose to be kind to your brother, helpful to your brother. Today you will clear your dishes. And you can put these on a chart and ask your child in the morning, what's one way you want to choose to be helpful today? So that'd be for a young child, maybe like a 3, 4, 5-year-old. And that idea comes from Dr. Becky Bailey from Conscious Discipline. Older children, involve them in the list making of ways that they can contribute. So talk about, what are some things you see that need to be done in our family every day? What are some of the things that you think you could do? And if your child isn't very interested in that process of creating a list with you, then you can come up with a list or a really meaningful chore. So like a 14-year-old, give them the task of planning a meal once a week for the whole family. So this includes everything. They need to use the budget to figure out how they're going to purchase things. They need to find the recipes and then make plans for how they're going to cook it. And you will have to support this kind of contribution quite a bit at first while they're getting their legs under them. But once they've cooked a few times, they'll be much more confident and able to give you a night or a couple nights off a week where they make the dinner. So I encourage you, as you think about ways for your children to contribute to your family, to think about meaningful contributions. And a lot of times when we think about chores or ways that our kids help, we assign monetary value to it, so kids get an allowance if they help. And I encourage you to take away the monetary connection. So first, just encourage children to do their jobs without any money. If you want to assign money to some jobs, think about having a list of extra jobs, things that aren't just, this is what we do to just survive as a family jobs, but things that are extra. And when they're bored, you can point to that list and say, hey, could you do something on the list? It's worth $2. And that builds their sense of helpfulness and their sense of accomplishment and just helping the family. Take care, everyone, and we hope to see you next week on Parenting Behind the Behavior.